Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is a very interesting transformation. I absolutely loved creating this tutorial for you guys. Well, this is my take on a traditional Bangladeshi bride. Some of you guys may not know, but I am Bengali, and on the 26th of March it is going to be our Bangladesh Independence Day. So this is something very close to what the brides back in the days used to wear. Very traditional. Now, even though my brothers and sisters and myself, we were born in the UK, our parents are originally from Bangladesh. It's still a very new country. A few weeks ago we celebrated the independence of our language, and today we are celebrating the day that Bangladesh got its independence. I can't stop looking at myself. I absolutely love this look. I love the traditional parts of it. I don't think I have seen anything like this on YouTube before. I really hope you guys enjoy this, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like, comment and share. We all celebrate it in different ways, and obviously this is a makeup channel, so I thought I will create a look for you guys to represent Bangladesh and Asian bridal. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to be using my Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in NC45, and I'm just going to dab this across my face before I buff it in. I am not well, guys, and I don't look my best at the moment. I feel as if my skin looks really dark, and anyway. So I'm going to be using a Real Techniques brush, and I'm using this to buff this foundation into the skin. I do love this foundation, but I do find it a little bit too orange, hence why I'm going to be applying a little bit of Marc Jacob foundation in Honey Deep, and you only need a few drops of this. So I'm applying 4 dots on my face on top of the Studio Fix, and I'm going to be using the same brush to buff this into the skin. I feel as if even though this foundation is a little bit too light, just probably one shade lighter, I have made a mistake in buying the wrong colour, but I find that when I do mix it in with my other darker foundation, it actually does give me a really nice yellow look rather than the orange look that the Studio Fix gives me. So now it is time to fix my brows, and I'm using the Dip Down Fluid Line by MAC, and I'm using an angle brush to fill this in. Now, Bangladeshi brides, they love their eyebrows to be thick and quite long as well at the tail end, so that's what I'm trying to do here. I mean, I pretty much like my brows to be quite thick and defined anyway. So I start off with a bottom line and then do a top line, and then I go in between and fill in the gaps. I don't tend to shape my brows at all because my eyebrows are not growing back the way it used to, so I'm just kind of leaving it in between. So to start off with the eyes now, I'm going to be using Red Brick eyeshadow by MAC. This is a matte eyeshadow, orange eyeshadow, and I am buffing this into my crease area. Now this is going to be my transitioning colour. I do want this eye makeup to be quite bright and fresh looking, so this colour is going to help me kind of transition those brighter colours all across my lid. I'm going to be using Queen of Hearts eyeshadow, and this is from AOM Cosmetics, and with a smaller crease brush I'm just placing this into the outer corners of my crease area and blending it into the red brick. I almost want this eyeshadow look to be a bit more like sunset because I'm going to be adding other things to it. Right, so for my next colour, I am going to be using Cocoa from the same eyeshadow palette from AOM Cosmetics, and I'm applying this to the outer half of my lower lid. Don't forget to blend as you go as well. My next eyeshadow is going to be Rice Paper by MAC, and usually people like to use this as a highlighter underneath the brow, but I'm going to be using it for the inner half of my lower lid. Once I pat this on, I'm going to be blending it into the cocoa as well, so there's a really nice transition. Also, don't forget to blend around the crease area because you still want that transition of beautiful sunset colours going upwards. Time for some concealer. I am using my Studio Finish concealer from MAC in NC42 to add underneath my eye area, just to brighten them up a little bit. As I have mentioned before, I have not been very well, and when I'm not well, certain parts of my face tends to look a lot darker. So I'm going to be using my MUA loose powder, and I love using this powder for underneath the eye. Here's a quick tip though: if your under eye is quite dry and you feel as if when you are baking it makes it even more dry and you get to see more lines, don't leave it on as long, literally just pop it on and then brush it off. For me it's okay, and I'm placing this on because I don't want any fallouts from my shadow. For my contour, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a deep cream contour kit, and I've started to use the middle colour, and I'm placing this on to the usual places where I like to contour. Now, all of the contour and highlight areas are different on different face shapes and depending on what you want to enhance, but generally it's on the sides of the face, on your nose, around the forehead and chin, jawline and so on. Once the contour is on, you just simply take a buffing brush and blend everything into place. Usually what I find when I am doing a full coverage foundation, it just takes all the natural shadows and highlight away from my face and I could look a little flat, which is why I love contouring and highlighting, because it adds that dimension back to my face. Now it's time to take off the powder from underneath the eye because I'm ready to start on the lower part of my lashes, and my cheeks, well, underneath my eyes, kind of nicely highlighted there. Oh no, actually it's time to set the contour. So I'm going to be using the medium to tan contour powder kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, can't speak today, and I'm taking a darker colour and I am brushing this over the areas that I have contoured. Now it's very important when you are using a liquid or a cream product, it is important to use a powder to set it. First of all, it will help to keep it into place, and second of all, anything powder, it has a blurring effect and it gives you the illusion of much more smoother transition. For the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my Studio Fix powder in NC45 and I'm brushing this over all of my face except underneath my eye. I do like that quite light. And this will help to blend the contour powder and my natural colour from the foundation all into one, and it gives you such a nice airbrush look. Right, now to start on the eye. For the under eye, on my lower waterline, I'm using Scandalized Nude from Rimmel, and I'm applying this on the waterline and slightly taking it to my lower lash line. Right underneath that, I am taking my feline pencil. Just be careful not to overpower the nude pencil that you have applied earlier. But I'm applying this underneath and making it quite thick as well, because Bangladeshi brides do love their eyeliners to be thick. Not necessarily long, but thick. So I'm taking the red brick eyeshadow again and buffing this on top of feline, and this will help it to blow out and give it a really nice transition. On the outer corners there, I'm just adding a little bit of cocoa, so there's a nice contrast of colours going through my eye area. For my eyeliner now, I am using the Extreme Art Liner from AOM Cosmetics, and like I mentioned before, Bangladeshi brides, they don't really do long flicks, but they do love their liners to be really thick and defined. So I'm going to be doing this, just trying to build it up bit by bit and making it as thick as possible. I absolutely love this liner. This has to be one of my favourite ones. For some mascara, I'm using the Upward Lash Mascara by MAC. I like this because the wand itself is so tiny and it is perfect for my non-existent lashes. So I'm going to apply some of this just to prep it into place before I apply my false eyelashes. For false eyelashes today, I am going to be using Fattia's World, and these ones are Imani, and these are the 3D foam mink lashes. After applying the glue, wait a few seconds so the glue gets a bit tacky, then place it in the center part of your eyelid first, and then attach the outer corner and then attach the inner corner. Lashes make such a huge difference. I love these. Right, so while these are drying, I'm going to continue with the rest of the face. To start off with, I'm taking Raisin Blush from MAC, and I'm applying this just above my contour line. I love creating a gradient. I don't like any harsh colors or lines. So above my contour line, I'm using Raisin to really buff into the skin. This is going to warm up my skin tone almost like a bronzer, and I like to take it right from the top of the ears, aiming towards the corner of my mouth. Then for blush, I'm using Breezy by MAC as well, but this time I'm going to be concentrating majority of the color right on the apples of my cheeks and then blending it into Raisin. So I will end up having a few different colors on my cheeks, so you can't really tell what exact color it is. So now comes for my highlight. I absolutely love this, you guys know this. This is the gold powder from Hadia's World. You only need a small amount, and look, wow. It is such a beaming, beautiful gold highlighter, so finely milled. It's not glittery at all. And I'm applying this right above the Raisin and Breezy, almost just to seal all the other colors underneath into place. So as you can see there, it goes from dark to nice like warmer tones in between, and then my highlight to finish it off. You can also apply the highlighter anywhere else on the face where you want to enhance, like your nose, your forehead, top of your lips, and so on. Now, no bridal look is complete without lipstick. This is the Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick from MAC, and this is called Feel So Grand. So I'm going to be applying this all over, not needing a lip liner because the wand on this is tapered, so it's perfect to get in and create the shape that you want. This also finishes matte, and it has a really great staying power as well. Now if you wanted to, you can leave the look to this as well. As you can see, it's such a nice, bright, beautiful bridal look, really nice and fresh, but I'm not going to do that. I have something else in mind. I want to take it to the next level. So I'm using my Eye Magic color palette. This you can buy from eBay, and I'm going to start doing some patterns that traditionally some brides would do in Bangladesh. Now I believe that there are separate kind of paints or cream made for this type of design to do in Bangladesh, but I didn't have any at hand, so I'm going to be using my cream. So I'm going to start off with a bindi, and then using white and red, which is the traditional colors, I'm going to start doing some patterns just above my brows. There was a point where we lived in Bangladesh for about a year or so, and we did attend some weddings, and back then I did see some brides using nail polish to actually do this on the skin. However, I would not obviously advise it. They would just use what they had at hand. But the amount of details that go into decorating a bride for her day, it's amazing. So I'm going to complete the look, just adding a little bit more, few red dots here and there. You can buy stick-on head bindis as well if you wanted to. And the forehead pattern, like what I'm doing here, or any forehead bindis, it's traditionally worn by brides. So this is what it looks like so far, and then let's get into our bridal outfit. So the jewelry, I have already done a blog post on this with a link of where I bought it from. I also applied the red cream on my hand because I didn't have any henna at hand. Traditionally, brides would have fresh flowers in their hair and a huge nose ring, which I believe it's called a nose nut. I'm not 100% sure, but I really hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, guys. I know I absolutely loved it. This is by far has been one of my favorite ones. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Like, comment and share. The links are in the description box below, and I know I'm going to get so many questions about my contact lenses. These are from Glam Lens, and they can be found on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.